Hi, everybody. I'm Romy, and this is Mark. And I just want to welcome you tonight because tonight is going to be fantastic. I've been chatting. She sends me texts, and we've been chatting since convention, and she is on fire. And when I say on fire, it's not necessarily like business exploding and ranking and all of that. I love, and that's happening, but I love her spirit. Like, it's so exciting. And so I'm really excited for you guys to be able to hear from her. Mark and I have known Joni for
I think she was a teenager.
Yeah, for a long time. She actually started when we first started our ministry. It was actually an outreach to youth at risk, and Joni joined us in that. So we have a lot of history with Joni, and we love her like she's one of our girls, and so we have many reasons to be grateful and thankful for Joni to be in our life. And we have Adam with us as well now. So we love both of you, and I'm really excited to hear what you have to say. So with that, you are on, Joni.
Okay, I had to unmute ourselves. So hi, doTERRA family.
Hello.
This is my husband, Adam, and I'm Joni. And this is really scary for me. So if I run out of breath, we're going to take breathing breaks together, okay? Because I'm going to need that. But it's really exciting too, because I'm talking about being fearless, and this is part of that for me. And so I'm taking a lot of my own advice tonight, which is really fun. So thank you for that introduction, Mark and Romy. I love and adore you guys. I love being a part of this doTERRA family. I love it. I love everything about it. And so thanks for being really awesome examples as leaders. I really love and appreciate that. So I'm just going to start talking and we'll see what happens. Okay. I do have notes. We'll see. So the first thing we're going to talk about is being fearless. And then we're going to talk about reaching out. And then we're going to talk about being the change. Those are kind of like the three parts of the title of the Zoom tonight. And so when we talk about being fearless, it doesn't have anything to do with there being an absence of fear, because fear is real. And so it's not about being completely unafraid, because like right now I'm afraid. But it's okay. Like I just made up my mind to rock out the Zoom call, and that's gonna happen tonight. So that's what's happening right now. So if you just joined us, we're rocking out the Zoom call.
She's been
right
smiling
now
for the last hour. Tell me how afraid she is. She's just smiling.
Well, that's one of my, when I'm nervous, I smile and I laugh and I giggle. So anyway, so fear is real, but the bummer is that it can significantly limit our potential. And I believe that being fearful of something is a learned response and therefore can be unlearned. And the first time I heard that, I actually heard that from our pastor's wife, and I had never really thought about fear being learned before. And I thought, whoa, if that's true, then I can unlearn a lot of things that I find to be fearful, that hold me back. And it literally has changed my life. So some fears keep us safe and cautious, and some fears can hold us captive. So I have a little example. When I used to live in Tucson, we used to go hiking. Well, there are rattlesnakes kind of like everywhere where we were. So I wasn't gonna not go hiking because of the fear of coming across like a rattlesnake, but I would go on my hike with wisdom and be mindful and cautious and safe as I could be, knowing that there could be rattlesnakes like near the trail. And so I feel like, you know, if I were to come across a rattlesnake, which I actually have done twice, one rattlesnake had a lizard in its mouth, so it wasn't harmful to me in any way. And the other one actually coiled up, and I don't even know, all I know is I ran, and then I couldn't see it anymore. I don't even know where it was at. I just ran from the noise, but it was rattling its tail. And so, but I was far enough away from it. I felt like to be able to run away and be safe. So, I mean, that could be scary, right? But some people have these fears, like of snakes, for example, like when they're looking at like the snake exhibit at the zoo. Like, I get that snakes can be freaky and that kind of thing, but the snake exhibit at the zoo, it's enclosed. It's not going to harm me. Like, I'm not in danger. I can check it out up close and be okay. But some people have these like fears that hold them captive from really awesome experiences. And I'm so thankful that I still went hiking, even though I knew that there's wildlife up in the mountains that could be dangerous, because the scenery was spectacular. The experience was amazing. And so that's just kind of one example that I thought of when I was writing my notes. So being wise, but still living life in spite of the things that can be scary, just doing it. So do you have anything to add to that?
Just the idea, there's a phrase that I often think about is what you make normal becomes normal. And if your normal response to when things come up that make you fearful is you're going to push through and move forward with wisdom and grace and do the best you can, then it's like you're exercising that muscle, and that muscle gets stronger every time. But if you always pull back, and that becomes your normal, and you find yourself limited. So strengthen the muscle and keep on pushing on every time. So.
Awesome. So I don't know if you guys, I know some of you have seen some of the posts that I've been posting on Rockstars just in preparation for this Zoom. These are just kind of some things that really stood out to me. And the first one is that fear is fueled by lies. And a lot of times I feel like fear likes to remind us of our past to keep us from our future, from the awesomeness that's in our future. And so maybe some examples would be like, well, people don't want to hear my message, or people don't want to hear about essential oils. They think they're dumb, or people are going to make fun of me if I'm up there teaching a class if I don't have, the answer to every question. And so then the result would be you're afraid to get up and teach a class because you have all of those lies running through your mind that what Boyd Truman would call them are limiting beliefs. And it kind of kicks you in the pants before you even get started. And that's the bummer, is that fear like defeats you before you even get started. So if you don't like push past that and really just go for it, like it's going to be really hard to experience the beauty of success, the beauty of, like all of these being, switching them around into truth. Like people do want to hear your message, you guys. They want to hear your message. People do want to hear about essential oils. And they're not going to laugh at you if you don't have every answer to every question. My goodness, like when do we ever? Never. I have not ever always had the answer to every question. And so I think it's really important to be mindful of what some of those limiting beliefs are. Like, so what are they? And write them down and then turn them into like positive truths. Like that just make you feel unstoppable. And so let's see. I have one other example for this. So way back when I was substitute teaching, there was a day and time where I had to show up my very first day as a substitute teacher. And I felt like, okay, I have all this like experience and educational experience as a college student and that kind of thing. But I really didn't know a whole lot about like teaching, like being live right there, teaching a class. So scary, because I thought, my goodness, like I really don't know how this is going to go. But the secret is that I'm the only one who knows that. So you just fake it till you make it, right? I mean, and just be authentic and just be honest and be like, I don't know the answer to that question, but I'll help you find it out. And I think it just helps everybody to just be like, wow, that's awesome. Like, that's awesome that they can just be like, I don't know. I'm not going to fake an answer. But I mean, nobody else knew that was my first day subbing, and it was really scary. But I had to show up, and I had to be present, and I had to do my best. Just show up and do your best, right? So anyway, the longer I subbed, the less fearful it was for me, except for on the days that I showed up and there were no sub plans. That was a little more than scary. And so, but I still figured it out. Okay, so we're moving on. Yeah, he has something.
Yeah, just the idea that, with all that, I really think that wherever there's fear and insecurity in you, it's, again, because you believe the lie somewhere. The biggest ones are, how big is God and how big are you that he's made, And if we believe the same things and we realize how great that we are, we can do a whole lot more than we ever could unless we fall back on all the lies and stuff like that might be on our mind. So push past them and, be who you are.
Be amazing.
Yeah.
So the next one is fear is a thief. It steals way too much from us, you guys. And one thing that fear causes us to do is to compare ourselves to other people. So this is not in my notes, and I don't know if she's on this call, but Jennifer Cancino, I look at her and I'm like, that girl is like fearless. That girl can just show up and not be scared and just rock it out and whatever. But I know, like, everybody has things, you know what I mean? Like, and I compare people. I compared myself to her, like, getting on this call. I'm like, I'm just going to show up like Jennifer Cancino and pretend like I'm not scared at all and just rock this Zoom call. Well, I'm going to rock the Zoom call even though I'm scared. But when you compare yourself to other people, it robs you of your joy. And it makes you feel like you're inadequate and that, like, you're not okay. And that's stealing. That's stealing from you. And so the other thing that I posted on there was that fear is a bully. Now, I don't know about you, but I can't stand bullies. Well, let me rephrase that. I can't stand the behavior of bullies. Okay? I love bullies. Like, I really love them. Sorry, I'm such a crybaby. But bullying behavior should not be tolerated. And this is what fear does to us. It makes us feel like we're not good enough, we're not smart enough, we don't have all the answers, we're not going to be able to, get up and be amazing every day with whatever it is. Like, whatever fear it is that is holding you back, it's bullying you and holding you captive from really rocking out your future and doing what you're supposed to do today to make tomorrow even more amazing. And so I really don't like to be the victim of bullying. And so I just feel like I would hope that everybody else on this call feels the same way. And so with that being the case, I think, you guys, it's really time for, this is kind of like a pep rally, like Zoom call, you know what I mean? I'm just kind of coaching and cheering us on together because I need this too. But stop letting fear push you down and make it stop you from reaching your goals and living your dreams, because that is what it will do. It will stifle the amazingness that's inside of you that needs to come out. And so let's see, do you have anything else for that? Any thoughts?
No, okay.
Okay, so something that I wrote down is just, I think we should all just kind of like make the decision to agree to do this together and just look fear in the face and tell it no more. Not today, not tomorrow, not the next day, not any day are you going to hold me back and push me down anymore and stop me from stepping into the awesomeness of my future. That's really there for your taking. It's there for you to have it. Like, be awesome. So go and be awesome. And that,
if you're feeling the fear, feeling like you're not worthy or ready to go, you can definitely just realize that if it's there, probably means that you got something ahead of you that's worth breaking through for, and you're on the right track because you're pushing past something that's holding you back and breaking into your new tomorrow.
So I don't know if we're still on.
You're good.
Are we good? My
Yep.
screen's doing weird stuff. Okay.
Yeah, you're doing nothing.
I can't see everybody.
We
So,
can see you.
I know. Oh,
You just went to speak.
everybody's good, okay? Everybody good still? Okay.
Yes, for now.
Okay.
No, it has nothing to do with us. Kenzie's recording sheet. It's hers.
Romy, you're unmuted, girlfriend.
Who I am?
Yeah,
Nope, you're
No,
good.
I was.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, so I'm just kind of going with my notes here. So you have the power to decide if you're going to be powerless. Don't decide that. I don't recommend it. Or to be brave and powerful and fearless. Okay? It's not about not having fear in your life. It's just being fearless. It's like fear, oh, I got this, right? So own your future, guys. So that's what I'm going to say about being fearless. Now we're going to roll into reaching out. Okay? So you have, I believe, a God-given purpose and destiny full of promise and power and prosperity. I really believe that, you guys. I believe it for our family. I believe it for our doTERRA family. We have been blessed with so many things, a whole bunch. All of us have. If we look, it's all over. It's all over the place. And doTERRA is one of those things that I believe has been put in our lives and in our hand for a very specific reason. And it's not to hide it, it's to share it, whatever that looks like for you. You guys might be like builders, like rocking your way to whatever rank your goal is right now. You guys might just be really comfortable with sharing your experiences of how essential oils have worked in your family and inviting people to a sample or whatever it is. We're on our own journey, but it's not to be hidden. You guys, we need to be good stewards of everything that we have. And doTERRA is one of those things. We have doTERRA in our hand. It's a gift. It's there for a reason, and we need to be good stewards of that. And so for us, I guess the way that I think about it is just loving the people who are around you immediately, every day, whether it's, I really, really loved Alicia's shared, I can't remember, it was on a Zoom somewhere. I can't remember which one, but she shared her business card with the lady at McDonald's and asked that lady to give her card to somebody that they might know who could use some help with doTERRA or with natural solutions, which we all know happen to be with doTERRA. And what I really loved about that is I never thought to do it that way, but we're inviting people to reach out and look beyond their own selves. And we're inviting people to help someone that they love. It's like taking it that next generation farther. It's not about like me and you, but it's about me and who can you think of to help. And I really, really loved that. I loved it. And so because in the midst of that, it was about not just, trying to get doTERRA in their hand, but it was really from a heart of love, like the presence of and a place of love and compassion for people who need help. People need help. Everybody knows someone who needs help, you guys. And so I have to breathe. So he's going to talk. So think of something to say.
Well, when she mentioned the whole thing of, everything that we have, it's making the most of what you do have. Because I spent, many years working with kids and with a limited budget. And when it was that way, you had to step back and go, okay, I've just got to make the most of everything that I've got. And when you step back and apply that to doTERRA, there is so much resource and so much that's out there. Most of us know that, but if you don't know that, it's worth stepping back and just asking that question, what has been provided to me? Not just about the product, but about the ways to share and about the ways to build and the wealth of knowledge that's out there, because there's so much at your hand. It's really hard to see how anyone could not succeed and push forward. So if you're fearful of asking people about that, there are people who are just waiting to be asked because they want to pass on their knowledge. Like Joni said, having that generational thought, generational, yeah, past our lifetime, but also generational down past your few people that you know, because you're only going to grow as you find people who love people,
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Okay.
I'm done breathing now.
I'm done breathing. I'm not going to pass out on you guys. So that's always good. Okay. So my last thought on this topic is that your passion for essential oils, it is not a problem. It is not a problem. It is an answer. And so I know in my experience, I have felt like it's going to be a problem for me to like bring this up again, because sure enough, so-and-so's got this going on and whatever, and they'll use my essential oils, but only, like all these limiting beliefs. And I think that me sharing with this happened to me 2 days ago. And I thought, okay, well, do I do this again, or do I like kind of like tread the water lightly and just kind of let them take the next step closer to me? And I really had to contemplate that. But the problem was that her husband was very sick. So my passion for essential oils wasn't the problem. The problem is that her husband is very sick. And so I felt like I had an answer, and I shared some of my answers with them. And I just got like the sweetest, nicest, most appreciative text back from her saying, thank you so much. And if I would have stuck with that limiting belief, thinking that, I like, this is going to be a problem if I like reach out again. But our passion for essential oils is not a problem. It is an answer. And that is something that I really had to learn, and to just push past. Like, it's all about pushing past those fears that kind of creep up, those lies, and those limiting beliefs. So reach out, you guys, because we've been given a gift. We have to be good stewards of it. And people really are waiting. They're waiting for us. So reach out. And lastly, be the change. Okay, so this is kind of the last part of what we're going to talk about. Know who you are. Adam already kind of like said this. You guys are powerful people. You are amazing. You have a gift inside of your heart, inside of you, that the world needs. And they have a gift for your heart too. Guys, don't hide yourselves. I know we talk about, we're introverted and stuff. Yes, I'm an introvert. But I'm intentional about loving people and being friends with people, because it matters, because I know that I have a gift for them and they have a gift for me. And you're one of a kind. There's no one else who does life just like me. Some of it's good, some of it's but like nobody else does life the way that I do, and no one else does it like you guys. You guys are one of a kind, and you need to own that, and you need to be proud of it and be excited about it. And really, once people see like the awesomeness that's inside of you when it comes out, you are gonna be the change. You're gonna be the change. You create an atmosphere everywhere you go. So what does that look like? What really does it look like? I mean, I'm not like, just think about it for a minute. Like, do you have something?
Yeah, just
okay.
Along with that, because she's throwing all these things out there, and if you're watching right now and thinking to yourself, she doesn't know what kind of morning I had, or words that are opposite of that, there's power in that. And just, we can all check ourselves and go, okay, well, what's my response when somebody speaks positive to me? Do I have a negative reaction to that? And to just push that back to say, I'm going to agree with that. I'm going to proclaim the good things about myself, that I am powerful and have that potential to be able to push through, because there is power in your declaration, even in your thoughts. And we can all realize we can be the change. So.
Yeah, so making some brave decisions is part of that. And so for me this week, because I thought, oh man, we talk about like being fearless, so I better practice what I preach, right? I better practice what I'm going to talk about, so I can tell them, hey, so I'm going to tell you some scary things that I did this week. I made some decisions that I knew were going to be scary, and I just made up my mind. I don't even care. It's going to happen. I'm going to do it. I'm going to follow through with strength and with courage, and it's going to be amazing. And so I made some random phone calls. They're not really cold calls, because they're people that we know and who we love, and we know they love us, and they know we use essential oils, and we really, really would love to see them partner with us with doTERRA. And that could look like a couple of things, but it was way out of my box, you guys, to call them and be like, hey, so this is Joni, and I'm calling because I really want to talk to you and your spouse about partnering with us with doTERRA, because we know where doTERRA is heading, and we know where we're going, and we want you to come with us because we love you, and we want you to experience like all of the goodness. You know what I mean? It's not, for us, it wasn't about getting their business, because guys, we pretty much already have their business. Okay, so that's not what it's about. But it was about reaching out and just saying, you guys, like, this is an opportunity that is so amazing and is so real, and we want you to come with us because we want to see them blessed. We want to see them blessed, you guys. And so, so.
You mentioned your posting for Natalie. Yeah, I'll just
Yeah.
Joni,
This is good.
I watched Joni
This is
struggle with this one. Because, you know, one of her things that she wanted to do was just put more out there, but she had gotten a post that saw Natalie Rigby did about doTERRA's compensation and just things like that to ask about if you're interested. And Joni's got a pretty hard, fast rule that she doesn't post business things on her personal Facebook. And she, you know.
Not because it's bad, it's just my personal preference.
Right. But, you know, so she's like going, should I put it out there? Should I not put it out there? Because she doesn't want to, you know, turn people off and all that stuff. She's finally just decided, you know, because it's going to be a blessing to someone who decides to have eyes to see it. And she put it out there, and I think she was glad she did.
Yeah, I didn't take it off.
Right.
So it's still there. But that was another really good example. So, so make up your mind and just be brave and just go do it. Just go for it, you guys. You're going to be so happy you did. I remember calling Romy a couple of weeks ago saying, okay, girl, you know what? I am going to go on Facebook Live by the end of the week. And she said, you know what, girl? You're going to go on Facebook Live by the end of the day. And I started like hyperventilating and like freaking out, going, I'm going to do this. I know I'm going to say. I got to do my hair. I got to like all this stuff, right? Like I got to like great, you know? And you guys, I did my hair for tonight. I have to. I did it. So, so I did it again. But anyways, this is my third time being live on the internet. Like I went Facebook Live that night and it was so fun. And I thought after I was done, dude, I could do this every day if I wanted to, right? Only if I wanted to. And then I think it was last week we were talking, I think I was on the Zoom and share a little bit about convention. It was one of the ones, I can't remember even what week it is yet right now, but and then today, and you guys, the more we do it, like the less scary it becomes. So just do it. You'll be glad you did. Make your intentions known. Out of the presence of love, we talked about that. Be intentional about how you spend your time. Be intentional about how you spend your words. Like Adam was saying, we're firm believers about this. What you say is what you get. What you say is what you get. So what's coming out of your mouth? Is it awesome? Is it positive? Is it encouraging? Is it inspiring? Is it building up you and others? Or is it not? And if it isn't, I would really challenge you guys to switch it up, change the tone, change the attitude, change the perspective, and you will see awesome, amazing things like change all around you. You will. It's awesome. So we're almost done. I only have a page and a half left of notes.
She writes really small too.
Yeah. So I believe that every one of us is hungry for so much more. Not because we're ungrateful for what we have, but because we know that the more we have, the more we can give. And we're givers. You guys, we're part of a pretty amazing tribe here in doTERRA. We have really, really good leaders who love us. And we have really, really good leaders that teach us not only to love ourselves, but to love other people. And doTERRA, even as a whole, their heart is to give. And I really, really, really love that. And so be proud of that, you guys. Like get on board with how amazing and awesome that is if you're not already. I mean, I would imagine everybody already is. So, this is the last thing I want to leave you with. I'm talking about being the change, because I believe that every single one of us has dreams and goals and hopes and vision. And those belong to you. They're not mine. Your dreams and hopes and goals and visions, those aren't mine. Those are yours. And we dream and we hope and we visualize and we move towards us together as a team. I love knowing what the people on our team, what their dreams and visions and hopes and goals are, because part of mine is to help them get to theirs. Does that make sense? And so those are there for a reason. I believe that they're there for the taking, and they're not there to trick you. And so I just want to encourage you every day, just wake up, be amazing, take steps towards that. I heard another discussion this week about the difference between sight, with the things that we see like in the here and now, and vision, the things that we don't like see right now in the physical, but the things that we dream of and hope for and long for in our future. And sitting around and letting fear rob you of that isn't going to get you there. Okay, so own that too, you guys. Those dreams, they're yours, and they're there in your heart for a reason. So run hard after them. Don't ever give up on chasing your dreams, because you're going to live them. You will live your dreams if you don't stop and if you don't give up. So a couple of quotes. If you can envision it, you can create it and obtain it. Now I was trying to find out like who exactly said that, and there's too many like variations of that quote, but it's a really good one. I love it. And so this is one that really changed my mindset and perspective when I started building a business with doTERRA, and it's from Tony Robbins, and he says, if you talk about it, it's a dream. If you envision it, it's possible, but if you schedule it, it's real. So I can tell you, our dreams are scheduled. They're real. They're coming true. We're walking in some of them. We're gonna walk in all of them. And then let's see. Okay, these are my closing statements. You guys might have seen this post that I shared on Rockstars, and it was from Sandy Krakowski, and it was a to-do list. And the number one thing was to pray. And the second one was to believe. And the third one was to do the thing that you fear. So when I saw that, I'm like, yeah, fearing that Zoom call, I'm going to rock it out. I'm going to do it. And that I was able to check off those 3 things from that to-do list. It was super awesome. And so face your fears, you guys. Be fearless, because you can.
Yep.
You can be fearless. You can be fearless. So just be fearless, okay? Let's see. If you do that and you just push through, you're going to create some serious breakthrough in your life, and it's going to create some really awesome momentum in not just your life, but also in your business. And it's just, it's if you're looking for some breakthrough, then be fearless and face your fears, and just get up, make some decisions, and just go for it. Just go for it. You guys can all do it. You guys are amazing. Anything else?
Yeah, just, if you're asking, what if things don't work out, or what if something bad happens, start asking yourself, what if things awesome happen and things become exactly what I was hoping they would? Because when you start having that kind of positive outlook, it's not just one of those theoretical things that we throw out there. There's a lot of truth in when you have the positive outlook and push forward into it. It's like, a boat doesn't move. You're not going to be turning if it's not moving. But if you're moving, then it's easy to turn, and we can turn our life and see us point in the right direction if we take the risk and push forward.
Ta-da, that's it. So whoever goes next, go next.
Thanks for
That
watching.
was awesome. Awesome. Adam, thank you so much for doing this with us, with her. That was awesome. Thank you. Now, do you guys know why I love her? She is amazing. She just, I honestly believe that she's really an angel, but Joni warms my heart. If I'm down, all I have to do is talk to Joni, and I am guaranteed that I'm going to be prayed for, and I am going to feel better, and I'll probably cry. And it's just, Joni is just one of a kind. And thank you. This was amazing. So I encourage you guys, please share this with your people. I think this is one of those sizzles that will be awesome to be able to have as a recording and re-listen. Tons and tons of nuggets in there. If you guys have anything that you want to share, if you want to ask questions, Joni and Adam, are you open for questions?
Sure. Yes, I mean, of course.
Yes.
Don't be scared.
Or
The part I really that really hit home with me, Joni, was when you said that your passion is not the problem, but it's the answer. I think that's one of the big things that a lot of us run into is we let the fear, which your whole talk was about, interrupt that whole deal, and we forget that we're the answer to somebody's problem. And we bring ourselves in the forefront, and we're going to be embarrassed, or we don't know enough, or whatever, and so we lose that opportunity to help someone. So I think that's a big stepping stone there, is to just realize that our passion is the answer.
Yeah. Awesome. Thanks.
And I know that there's people on here that you have the passion to do this, to make your dreams come true, or you wouldn't be on this call. You're curious about what it's all about, how to make your dreams and your passion happen. And I think it's really, really important the fear really is what stops us. And I think that if we just do what Joni says and really envision what your dreams and visions and all of that are, because if you start to make that picture big and really put some detail to it, that will be more powerful than the fear. And I love what you talked about, is that, like, for me, it's I love the being fearless idea, because I'm scared a lot of times of doing different things, but it's like you just go. It's like jumping out of a plane. Good grief, that's scary. I mean, what if the parachute doesn't open? But what if the parachute does open? And look at the feeling and that you have in that step out of the plane, and that free fall, and that exhilaration, and the view, and that whole experience that is absolutely positively frightening. Like, oh my gosh. And then you do it, and it's like, wow. And that's what your dreams are, and that's what your passion is. And when we allow fear to get in the way, we lose out on that experience. And jumping out of a plane is a very extreme example, but I'll tell you, when I took that leap of faith and I quit my job, I gave my notice. When that leap of faith, there's a saying that says, when you take that leap of faith, when you leap, the net will appear. I promise you, the net will appear. And when you release and you just jump, the feeling is just amazing. It's amazing because it's something that's so much bigger than you. If we're going for dreams that we can make happen, then our dreams aren't big enough. Then it's just life. It's just day-to-day stuff. It's not really anything special. But we have dreams and visions that are planted in our heart from a very young age that were placed there for a reason. And they're big. We need to allow them to grow, and we need to really act on them, because we are the change. There are people that are waiting for us. We are the change. People are depending on us to be fearless and to do exactly what Joni and Adam were talking about. And we can do this. And we have an amazing tribe that loves each other. We love each other. And it's not just a matter of let's do this as a business and make money and all of that. We love each other. And it's a matter of cheering each other on and celebrating each other and knowing that we're part of something that's really big. It's special. And we are changing the world because we're part of a company that is changing the world. And that's just the way that it is. Well, that's my soapbox.
Romy, it's Iris here. The bit about we are changing the world, that I think in the last since convention, that has been on my mind more than anything else, because it's true. It really is true. And that is enough to conquer any fear at all.
That's right. That's right. Thank you. Anybody else have anything you want to say? Burning desire, share, question?
I did. This is completely off topic, but I forgot to congratulate you guys on your new little cutie little addition to the family. He's a dog.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Anybody else?
Romy, are you ready for me to pick a winner?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, are you ready? Essentially Alicia. Well, that's your name on the screen. I believe it's just Alicia.
Woohoo!
Nice
I believe that's Alicia Purdy,
Woo,
right?
thank you.
Yeah.
Yay!
And she wins Vetiver, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yay.
Awesome.
I need
Congratulations.
vetiver. I've never had any. I'm really excited. Thank you.
Awesome. Some people love the smell and some people not so much. I'm one of the not so much.
I don't like it. I just was learned to blend it in with other things into a roller bottle.
Yeah.
Just go out in the yard and get a scoop of dirt. Smells the same.
But it is fantastic. I've heard wild orange.
I'm so excited.
If you haven't tried vetiver, vetiver is very, very good. It helps to support your sleep.
Oh, good. I need some support with my sleep. Now that's really exciting. Homer will be so excited. He was like, maybe we'll win the vetiver. I was like, no, we never win anything. So.
Oh, see, you have to reverse your words.
You didn't dream big enough.
No, I really didn't. I did pray though. I actually did. I was like, Lord, could I have that vetiver? That's all I said.
Sweet. There you go. See, God wants the desires of our hearts, even if we think that it's something small and minute. I believe that 110%. God wants the desires of our hearts. Nothing is too big and nothing is too small to ask for, but we have to ask.
I agree. And you find yourself limiting yourself, and you have to be like, it takes someone to say it sometimes to remind you to be like, oh, wait, I did that. I need to stop. Because you're absolutely right. No, you're right. That's great. And we're working on a vision board, so I should have put a little ball of vetiver up there.
Sweet. Congratulations.
Thanks.
All right. Burning desire right now, or speak now, or forever hold your peace.
Can I throw a challenge out there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we have right now 435 people signed up for these sizzles every week. We have a lot of people open the emails. Tonight we had the high is 61. So if everyone brings one person next week, we'll have over 100 people on here. So let's just challenge you to throw that out there. Next week we're going to be hearing from Cresta, right?
Yes. Woohoo, Cresta.
So if you want to learn how to get to diamond by January, you'll definitely need some people in your circle. So bring them to the call.
Awesome, awesome.
How do we invite somebody
later,
who's
guys.
not part of Rockstars, or like I have some people on my downline who do want to build? Should I get them to go over and try and get accepted into Rockstars, or how do I get them into a call like that?
Well, if they are, Kenzie, you can stop the recording if you want.
Okay.